What is going on, All-Terrain Nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, it does not matter what you drive because this is your All-Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and on this bright and sunny Friday, I thought I would bring you this news that just happened to come across the old news desk. I'm sitting outside enjoying the day, and I thought, why not let everybody know what Ford just dropped? But first, if you have not yet, smash that like button. What does that do? I don't know. It forms like 5 little lion robots that form into one gigantic robot with a sword. I don't know exactly what it does, but it does help bring people to the channel. And when you do that, I say thank you. Also, if you have not yet, smash the subscribe button. We are more than just Broncos, just to be, so you know, Broncos paying the bill right now, but we're more than Broncos. We got Chicago Auto Show coming up. We've got maybe the Texas State Fair coming up, and the world is opening back up, so why not join us on the ride? So, this one is, I've always said, if you've got news, you want to drop it on Friday if you don't want people to remember it. But this is weird because Ford Motor Company's had a lot of bad news all week, whether it be the plant shutdowns, you know, things that were supposed to happen that just can't seem to happen. And this news coming out, and let's just get to why they would drop this out. If you're new and you're new to Bronco maybe, and you're wondering, why is this guy rambling about Broncos? So Ford has had an up and down. The release of the Bronco was just amazing. Everything else has been like 50-50. Like their PR department's not handled things well. It seems like they're releasing things, maybe information before they should, or this and that. Obviously, we live in a COVID world right now, and it's just making things for a mess. But what's not a mess are these horsepower numbers. That's right. So Bronco Nation, who is the PO, no, sorry, not the PR department, but they seem to be working hand in hand somehow with the Ford Motor Company, and they're dropping these numbers. Do you want to know them? Because I want to share them. But oh yeah, okay, I'll share them. I'll do it just for you, not you over there, just for this person here. Anyway, so the 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder, that's right, the same one that the Ranger is getting a nice little, it's a pretty spicy little engine. So right now the SAE horsepower rating is at 300 horsepower. That is right, but there's a catch to that. It's a turbo engine. You better use premium fuel. That's right. If you've been expecting to not use premium fuel, well, it's not going to hurt these engines too much, but you can expect this. You can expect 275 horsepower in that thing. Now, that's a pretty noticeable difference. So I think I would be premium all the way. Now, depending on what part of the world you live in, premium sometimes super expensive, or sometimes, well, it's always expensive. What am I saying? But the torque numbers out of this little 4-cylinder are just ridiculous. Now, if you're using the premium fuel, you're going to get 325 foot-pounds of torque. That's right. That's nuts for a 4-cylinder engine. It wasn't long ago, and I believe it was 2004 when Nissan came out with their 5.6 liter Endurance V8 that it hit 315 or 305 horsepower, and it broke that. That was the ultimate, and that was a V8. Now we're talking 4-cylinders that are out doing that. It's just a nutty time that we live in. But you know what? Most people who bought Bronco, they wanted that 2.7 liter, and I'm assuming, yeah, you want to know that, right? You want to know that. Anyways, so let's see, what did it do? Well, Ford had said over 310 is kind of I think what they said that 2.7 liter twin turbo would do, but it came out that if you're using premium, once again, premium fuels, bring out the premium horsepower, 330 horsepower in that engine. That's crazy. Now, if you don't want to use premium, once again, it's understandable. Sometimes the cheap side, I'm a cheap guy, sometimes I understand. But if you don't want to use premium fuels, you're going to only get 315 horsepower. Jeez. It's still better than what they were projecting. That is ridiculous, right? Now, the monster in the room is the torque. And the 2.7 liter is going to be a torquey little monster, because if you're using that premium fuels, once again, 415 foot-pounds of torque. Now, these are SAE numbers. These are not just Ford throwing numbers out there. These are certifiable numbers. And the horsepower and torque rating is based on premium fuel. It's a SAEJ 1349 standard, which is I don't follow actually how they break it down. But horsepower and torque are independent attributes and may not be achieved simultaneously. Anyways, however they do it, it's what they do. But the the 415 foot-pounds of torque is nutty in that little V6 engine. That's a monster. Those are numbers that Jeep are not near unless you're in their diesel. That's right, man. Those numbers are their diesel numbers, and Ford's getting it out of a twin-turbo V6. Now, at the end of the day, turbos, there's some maintenance to them. So if you're new to turbo engines, I've only owned one. It was my Nissan Juke. Love that little thing, but you get into them. Sometimes they can use oil, or there is a little bit of maintenance. Always keep an eye on oil and stuff. But tunable, I got a feeling Ford Performance is going to get 350, because there's going to be tunes for these from Ford Performance. I have a feeling 350 is not out of the range, especially if you tune it and maybe throw a little freer exhaust on this thing all the way, downpipes all the way down. 350, 370 maybe out of a V6 engine. And even the 4-cylinder, if you free that one up just slightly, you're probably getting close to the 2.7 liter V6 numbers. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Are these crazy numbers, or is this, it is what it is. Like, it's what I was expecting. So in the comments, leave a comment with your comment. So from all things two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, it does not matter what you drive, because this is your All Terrain Nation, and we've been talking horsepower. Giddy up. Let's go. Peace.